Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Darren here with another update for you. This is AuthorTube Vlog 3. So I wanted to give you guys a heads up with what's been going on. Now in about 17 minutes I am going on my first, I don't know if they call it a write-a-thon or what, but one of the things that I've been doing is I've been subscribing and watching a lot of other self-published authors and learning a lot from them of kind of like the do's and don'ts and, sort of like getting information I don't need right now that I might need way in the future. So there is a vlogger called Natalia, Natalia Lee. I'll put a link to her channel underneath. She has her own copy editing and proofreading business, and I might use it in the future. I'm not sure yet, but one of the things that I've seen is sometimes these authors do like live writing, so where like you'll kind of watch them live, but you'll participate in chat and you'll write. So they'll set like a countdown timer as to how long, to see how many words you get through or to test your progress and whatever it is that you're doing. Me, at this rate at the moment, what I'm doing is I'm writing the first draft of the novel. So on that part of it, I started this 3 days ago, and I think I finished chapter 2. So the word count up till now is 3,235 words out of 2 chapters, and I know I set like a 50,000 word limit. I don't know how that's going to be, whether I'm going to come in under or if I'm going to go over or if I'm going to come in at 50,000. But there's certain times while I'm writing where I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stretch the storyline this far. But then when I'm out and about, like I'll think of like different scenarios, and I mean, I'm feeling quite good about the book, if I'm honest, because there's a character in it who is amazingly flamboyant and makes me laugh a lot. And I'm kind of like writing a lot, and I'm thinking of different scenes, and then I'm thinking, but then on the other hand, I'm thinking like, because I'm doing scenes of where they're home and then they're going to be traveling, and it's going to be the scenes while they're traveling, and then am I just elongating the book unnecessarily and putting in scenes that might not necessarily be in? I don't know. I'm not overly entirely sure, but I'm like, oh, we'll just see how it goes, and then it's the first draft anyway. I mean, I can always change it afterwards, but I set my goal, I think it was for 3 months, so I'm going to be finished at around April the 13th. So hopefully I'm going to come in well before then. I don't know, I might bring the deadline forward, I might extend it, I don't know what's going to happen. It just depends really how the book pans out. But I'm still as excited as when I published the first video, and I know it's still fairly recent and I've got a lot to go. I've got a little leeway to cover, but yeah, there's all sorts running through my head. I mean, another thing that's running through my head now is about castles, and then I thought, well, I don't know that much about the architecture of castles, so I'm having to think of like, what is a turret? What is a tower? Do all castles have dungeons? Um, you know, do castles have a central heating? How do you keep warm in a castle? And like all these kind of things, to kind of make it work. And at the other side of that, I thought, well, I need to really map out how the castle's not going to look just externally, but internally. So I need to kind of, once I've got a design in mind of how the castle's going to look, I need to draw a map of, how you're going to get around places so I can kind of work it out in my head. Like, where's the kitchen? Where's the bathroom? Or the bathrooms? Where is the library? If it's got a library, where is the drawing room? Where are the dungeons? Things like that. I need to work out, like, so I can work out in my mind, like, how I'm going to work my way around the house. Is it going to have a grand staircase? Is it going to have, is it going to have a spiral staircase leading up a tower? I don't know these things yet. So it's kind of like, whilst I want to carry on with the writing, I need to find time to kind of map this stuff out as well. Um, and something else as well is, I don't know if it's applicable at this point, but I'm wondering if I need to know like specific Gaelic words, like should I give the castle a name which is Gaelic? As opposed to an English name, or I want to certainly use like Gaelic words that one of the characters keeps getting wrong and he has to be corrected, you know, to make it comical on that part. And I'm trying to think of things that, whilst that make me laugh, might not necessarily make other people laugh. So I have to kind of work out whether it's going to be worthwhile doing research in some ways, or if it's not going to be worth it at all. So let me just have a quick drink of coffee. I'm back. So yeah, I've got like a lot of these questions coming in. Oh, and the other thing as well is that I wanted to let you guys know is I had like 5 characters in the first 2 chapters. The 2 main characters, of course, the names I knew, and I just added the 3 in on a whim, because to try and make how the story works, of like how they're going to get from A to B. And I invented and brought in 3 additional characters who aren't in the entire book, but they are there for a reason. And by chapter 2, because I hadn't wrote the names down, I forgot who they were. So I had to go back to chapter 1, look at the names again and put it up. So the book as well has now got a character list. Which some people might think, well, duh, you should know this. But honest to God, I didn't. I just thought, oh, well, you know what? I'll remember the names. But it's really not that easy. I think it's because as the book grows, you get so much information that you kind of lose track. And it's something else as well that I'm worried about, that as the book goes on, I suppose this is a good thing because it's the first draft, is that as the book goes on and progresses, that, you know, I don't want it to be kind of like, what's the word that I'm looking for? Begins with C. Where something doesn't match with something else. There's a word for it and I can't remember at this moment in time. But it's like where I said that such and such is going to do this, but later on they don't end up doing it and they end up doing something else, which to me, I might just completely miss out, but to a reader, they might say, hang on a minute, this isn't right because you said earlier that this was going to happen. And even though I'm at the early stages, I'm finding out what an arc is, or arc copies that you give to readers where you get their feedback, and again, it's something that I definitely intend on doing, where I'll give like readers copies of the book so that they can read it and say, make notes in it and say, well, you know what, this works but this doesn't, or this needs changing, or I didn't enjoy this, or this was super funny, keep it in. And, you know, so it's like a lot of this other info that I need to kind of get out there. So it was just a really short video because, well, I'm saying short, I mean, I've still got like 8 minutes to go before Natalia starts. And then I'm going to be getting some more writing done. At least I'm going to get started on chapter 3, where they're out for dinner at the moment, and I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give it away. But another thing as well is that one guy who is subscribed to my channel already is moving over to where I am here in Bulgaria, and he's a novelist. So talk about a small world. So I'm over the moon with that. I can't remember his name for the life of me at the moment, but I'm just going to frantically look here at Twitter and see if I can remember. I think James, but it's not even James, right? The guy's called Paul Shepherd, and he's a novelist as well, and he has a published novel. So I followed him the other day, and he's been following the videos and giving me some great comments, and he's also going to help me with another Twitter link that he's got, where he's going to be allowing me to be able to kind of let people know about the book, and so that was good. And literally just before I came on here, on Facebook, I found an AuthorTube group. So I just very, very politely and quickly kind of made myself known, you know, of who I was, and I'm a new writer and I've got an AuthorTube channel, and they've just subscribed to me as well. So that was nice. That was nice, and they're an author as well, but whether they're a published author or not, I have no idea. You can hear them in the background. Actually, they're called The Artillery. So I'm going to subscribe to them because I've never looked yet, but the way that I see it is that I want to see as many of these authors, whether published or not published, because a lot of them have been doing this for a lot longer than I have. So I want to make sure that what I'm doing is the best that it can be. You know, I just feel like this is going to be such a long journey, but a necessary journey at the same time, nevertheless. So that's all that I can kind of think about for now. I think I've waffled on enough as it is. But I just want to say to all the people who are watching, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the comments. If you want to follow me in this journey, please subscribe, and I'll be posting videos. It's about every 2 or 3 days where I'll give you things like a word count, what I'm learning, what videos that I'm watching, etc, etc. You know, to share in everything about the book. And also I need to know what you guys want as well, like if you want to know like certain things about it. I don't want to give the whole hypnosis away, because at the end of the day, what would be the point, you know, of writing it if I'm just going to sit here and tell you the story? But maybe once it's done and I can do a virtual book read, that would be nice. That would be very different as well. But that's definitely all I can think about. I have like 4 minutes. I'm not going to be putting this up just yet because I have a small edit to do. And that's about it. So until next time, guys, thanks again for checking in. I'll see you real soon. Okay, signing off for now. Bye-bye.